All right. Hey, Algebra 1 teachers. Thanks for checking out my Nearpod here. Kind of been playing with it today and kind of think it might be a good way to kind of form an immersive group lesson where people can kind of work through specific of these our CPM tasks here with their groups before moving on and also submitting answers to classwork so we can kind of quickly see and give feedback. So I kind of put together the lesson in this one for section 1.1.1, which is right here. I have question 1, 2. We're having them work on this for about 5 to 8 minutes or so. And question 1, 3, where they work on for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And that's basically the whole lesson here. And then finally, there's a video at the end for definition of absolute value. So, anyways, just take a look at it and see if you can get a feel for it. And I'd love to just, if you did play with it and use it, we can maybe take a look to see what I see as the teacher in terms of feedback. But just after looking at this, I'm pretty bullish on using this as kind of like a way we can do group work in class and really organize it. Like, if we have 30-minute classes where we all meet, we can set time limits for each of the questions and figure out and also come up with actual supplemental questions where we you'll notice here in when I do the Nearpod, there are actually supplemental questions I came up with, which gives them real time feedback. So it's pretty cool. I kind of use this just for do nows and exit tickets when we were in class in person, just because we had the textbooks there. It was kind of I didn't feel the need to put something like this together, but I think this could really work for distance learning. So, anyways, another reason why I filmed this video is because I think we should have like kind of launch videos. I might be getting ahead of ourselves here. You should probably just play with the Nearpod, but I think we should have kind of launch videos for each section. So what I normally do here, and here's kind of what I'm seeing here. What I have here is listed out. I picked open-ended questions. So you'll notice on the questions that I have are the screen grabs from the textbook. You can actually just fill out and put an answer and submit it. So I did open-ended questions for the stuff from the textbook, and then I have this other thing called time to climb, which you'll see when you get to that, and that's just going to be multiple questions in a row, where multiple choice, where you put in your answers, and I believe it tells you feedback, followed by this collaborate thing. So, anyways, I was playing with some additional features. You'll get the idea of this here. Basically, like Nearpod kind of is like a fancy Google Slides or PowerPoint or whatever that is much more enriched, and it has videos in certain slides you can watch, and then you can get practice problems, you can submit things, and I believe the output all comes back to the teacher in terms of a spreadsheet, which is pretty cool. So, anyways, when you go through, you'll see this video is the very first slide, and then you'll do the open-ended questions, kind of go through the lesson, and then there'll be a video at the end about the math notes at the end of the section as well, which is absolute value. The absolute value math notes, which I go through, which, I know we've been talking about math notes recently. If we did structure our lessons like this, where kind of let the groups just kind of come up to our Zooms and get up and going and be calling us to our breakout rooms and to their breakout rooms if they have questions. But also at the end, if they do have time, like we could actually have a video going through the math notes. I went on a little bit long on this math notes, but it is the way things kind of go with me. But if people are struggling with absolute value or really do want to hear from the teacher, I think they spending the 10 minutes watching it. Anyway, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, I think that, if we did turn this into a lesson that we could use with students, then, we could do stuff like and here's chapter 1. You're gonna be dealing with functions now, and what do you see? What have you done with the past? It looks like graphs. You're not dealing with graphs today. You'll be dealing with the more equation stuff, which has something to do with graphs, right? Remember that. So your resource managers will be reading through the first question when you get to it. Of course, not to show all this garbage here, but what you're gonna be doing today is actually learning about these things called functions, just learning an idea of what they are. You're going to learn a lot more about them the rest of the chapter. And kind of the key thing is you're just going to have these function things here you'll learn all about. But really what you're doing today is just solving puzzles with your team. So it should be a fun way to get to know with a new group that you work with. So good luck, and click on to the next slide, and you can jump into some problems with your group. So anyways, just a quick launch video, and then maybe like that's kind of how I envision a lesson like this. Anyways, play around with it, and we'd love to know what you think if this is something that we could work on together for the actual in-class stuff. I think there's potential. All right, guys, let me know if you have questions. Thank you for looking at this, though. Bye.